Hey fam, welcome to Driven Life TV. Welcome to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Please take your time to just do that right now. Subscribe to the channel. Let's hit 2K subscribers together. Thank you so much for doing this. Now, I actually came across a video where I saw a lady giving out an outcry on behalf of the female community in the church. It was saying that why is it that Christian guys end up overlooking church girls in their own denomination only to date someone from very far? And then they wonder to say, okay, why? Who do you think we're going to marry? So this is what this female was putting across, and it was hilarious. I'm telling you. But actually, there's some truth to it because at the end of the day, we see this a lot. You see that there are so many brothers who are amazing in the church, serving God, and you can actually see that this brother will make a good husband. But the next thing you know is that she's bringing someone from CCAP into the church, someone from another church, a Pentecostal church, assemblies, and then they bring them to church, and then the females in the church in that particular denomination, they begin to wonder to say, okay, what can we do now to make sure that you actually see us as potential partners? It's really interesting when you think about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that particular video for you to listen to it yourselves. And then from there, I'm going to share some of the things that females can do to actually make sure this trend can be broken. Because even me, believe me, I actually want it to be broken. So let us look at that video right now.
I have a problem with church brothers because explain this to me. We have been in the same church together. We go through Bible study, prayer meeting together. We come to church under the rain, under the sun together. Then when it is time for you to pick a wife, hey, you look around and we are looking like Iroko trees in your eyes. Go and pick a wife from Togo. Bro, you're going to marry in Togo. Who will marry us? It not only ends today. You now expect that when pastor is announcing you that, oh, brother, this is getting married to sister this, we should clap. You're wondering why we're not clapping. Are we happy? We're not happy. Why? We are not happy about that. Like, who should now marry us? I have a problem with church brothers.
Oh my goodness, that is actually funny for me. It's to me, and what I want you to understand is there is so much truth in what she's saying. To some level, actually, that it's a very common thing where you see that so many brothers, so many Christian brothers, end up actually finding a partner outside of their own denomination. They're actually going outside. They find someone that they like. They bring them to the church. The pastor meets them. And then the pastor is like, what about my daughters in the church? You understand what I'm talking about? What about them? Who is going to marry them? Who is going to date them? So I have a few things that I believe that females can actually look at and actually begin to adjust in their own life so that they can end up increasing their chances. They can end up breaking this trend of brother migration. You understand what I'm talking about? So let's actually look at some of those things. I'm going to rush through them, so I don't want to take much of your time. Let's do that together right now. Now, the first thing that I believe females can do is, number one, remain a bit of a mystery. Okay, what happens most of the times when you're in part of a denomination and you have so many sisters in the church is that sometimes you find that the sisters actually end up adopting a role of a sister in the brothers' lives. Okay, because now they stop remaining a mystery of some sort. Because you have to understand that males like a challenge. They like someone who they can get to know. To say, I wonder, this person, I just hear they're well behaved. I just hear that they're being mentored by females in the church, but everyone speaks something good about them, but I just want to know them. In such a way, you find the man just embarks on a chase to get to know this person. So maybe you should remain a bit of a mystery. I'll come back to this later on. But number two, remain feminine. Don't start acting like a sister. So these are a bit related. By this I mean, make sure you remain feminine, you remain soft and kind. Just be that person. You understand? I've seen so many young ladies who end up actually beginning to chat with guys as if they're fellow guys. That's not what I'm talking about. Laughing with no class, laughing carelessly. Now the guy is like, yo, okay, we're laughing together, but you're just doing a bit too much. You understand? Because as if it's a sister being free with a sibling. And that's what I'm talking about. Because sometimes, okay, I'm going to be very explicit here, so forgive me for this, but Sometimes for a man, especially for a lady that he wants to marry or date, someone he's attracted to, he actually, okay, for some reason, no man actually thinks their woman goes to the bathroom. Please understand what I'm talking about. It's just that perception where it's like, I just want them to remain attractive in their in my mind. You understand? It's like no man wants to, but you find some females, they break the boundaries of their conversation. They begin to talk about some very careless things, and then instead of the man remaining attracted to that woman, he begins to say, anyways, we just joke around with this one. We're always teasing each other. You tease each other with a man for too long, you just realize that he's not really as attracted. He sees you as a friend, as someone he can call a sister. You understand what I'm talking about? So remain classy. I remember Pastor Chris this other time, he was saying that, as a lady, you shouldn't laugh carelessly. You can't just laugh profusely. There's a way you laugh that maintains your class. I'm not saying you should be a person who is just too reserved. All I'm saying is that make sure, if you want someone to actually support you for a partner, make sure you are behaving well around the opposite sex. It's very important. Number three, put it in prayer. It's very important that you also put it in prayer to say, God, I pray that you actually provide for me a partner. It may not be from that church, because sometimes God's will may not be that you find a partner in that denomination. But it's okay. If the partner is there, put it in prayer. God has a way of making everything work for your good. Number four, take care of yourself spiritually, physically, and also emotionally. Make sure you remain in good health in all those faculties, all those areas. Okay, make sure you're working on your spiritual walk. Make sure you're mentally mature, and also you're working on your mental health. By that, I'm talking about the health of your soul. I'm not talking about these cliche mental health things that are happening. I'm talking about the health of your soul. Make sure you are taking care of your heart. Make sure you are feeding it the right things. Make sure you are learning, you're growing, you're gaining knowledge. Make sure you're doing that spiritually as well. You're growing in prayer, in the word, and also make sure you're taking care of yourself physically. Make sure you understand what I'm talking about. Groom yourself properly as a lady. Remain attractive. Physical beauty is also important, okay, for a man to be attracted to you. Number five, trust God. So this is about prayer. I talked about prayer already, but also trust Him, because sometimes you can be praying about something and always live in worry. You're always worried. Say, why are you going to outside the church? Why are all the men leaving? You're all worried. You're anxious. You're in desperation. You don't want that at all. What you need to do is trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. Remember that. Number six, have sober standards. Because sometimes what happens is that the person that is coming to you is not the person you want. So most of the time, some females will say that we're not having any men approaches, when actually the people who are approaching you, you don't want. And so sometimes it's not because maybe you're just not attracted to them, or maybe you don't really see them, the qualities that you need in a partner, but simply because your standards are also unrealistic. So make sure you have sober standards, because sometimes God will provide to you, okay, will provide for you a partner, but because you have these lofty standards, you may even resist what God has provided for you, because all you can see is the present. You can't see the future. That's what I want you to understand. So you say, God, help me with discernment, help me have sober standards. It's very important. The last thing that I'm going to share with you is that you have to understand what pleases a man. So if you see a man that you're attracted to, understand what pleases him. Okay, and make sure when you are about, you find someone you're attracted to and someone you feel like can be a good partner in your life and to you. Okay, you don't go out and start pursuing the person as a lady, but what you do is that you begin to find out what pleases him, find out what he. Understand what I'm talking about? Are you seeing any compatibility in the things when you talk to him? Get close in conversation, all those things. But when you see what pleases a man, make sure you do that and you catch his attention, because men like to be respected. And sometimes just complimenting him, just showing him that you're interested in what he has to say, just telling him that, "Hey, you're wise," you'll be surprised. You will catch his attention. Oh my God, what is happening here? But don't get too close to the point where he starts to look at you like a sister. So these things maybe can actually come in so handy for you to help you in making sure that this migration maybe reduces a little. The men are really transitioning. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. Please tell me in the comments below. Like, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate the support. Until next time, have a good one.